What is up, and welcome back to another video. This one's actually going to be another review of a set. Just FYI before I begin, um, my sleeping pattern has been really bad, and basically what I'm doing is I stayed up the entire night. It's 11 right now, 11 a.m. I'm gonna be staying up basically for the entire day, sorry, and then I'm gonna go sleep at like a normal human time, not like 6 a.m. So that's what I'm doing. So excuse me if I don't sound the same, if I sound a bit, slower or different or whatever. So hopefully that's not too big of an issue. But yeah, so I thought, guys, we will look at the next set available. I wanted to get a video out because I don't know, like not too much is fighting right now is happening. I'm actually gonna try kill these guys here, so that's what I'm waiting on. So I'm not actually out there doing anything big, so I'm not fighting at all. So I'm not able to film any fighting videos, but I will do a video here and there, guys. So look out for that one. For them loyal 45 people that have subscribed to me. That is awesome, guys. Thanks. But anyway, so let's get to the next kit that we're gonna look at, and that was the Saberfang. I spoke about it before, and I thought let's just keep going with these. So as you can see here, there's quite a few items in this set, so quite a lot to talk about. If you haven't seen the previous videos, I'm going to look at each one of these, and in the end, I'm also going to give them like a rating, and then in the end, I'm going to pick the best one in the whole set. Uh, if there's two or whatever I can't pick from, then I might just pick two, but whatever. So let's begin with the Untamed boots. Now, how good are these boots? These boots look so good on paper. Look at it. Cavalry attack, cavalry defense, 2015. Army HP, that is great. And then travel speed, that is always a thing that people like, with them quicker marches, quicker fights, quicker kills. So let's look what it needs to be made. Now, these boots are actually not the worst to make. I mean, it only requires 3 of these items here, and I mean, I've had a few of those before. It requires 6 of these and 3 of these. So overall, not too difficult to make, and for what it gives, great set of boots. So overall, I would say possibly like a 7, like a 7.5, maybe even an 8, because they're not too difficult to make. No wasted stats, guys, which is what I hate on most gear. Like we talked about the mecha before, and they have a lot of siege, and a lot of people don't believe siege is always necessary. So I believe those are wasted stats, but these boots have no wasted stats. That is really good. They have an army max HP boost, which applies to the whole army, which is just great. So we're gonna give that an 8, 7.5. They're not the easiest to make, but they're not going to be impossible, guys. So if you can get these, if you have bought some of these items required from the shop, then great for you guys. If you can make those, do it. Now the Predator Podens, or whatever, how the hell you say that. So again, no wasted stats, and quite a similar thing here. If you haven't noticed, this set concentrates on cavalry, which is one of the best troop types. I believe to be the best troop type overall. I mean, if I'm gonna have a lot of one set of troop, it will be cavalry. So this set overall is good. So let's look at this here. Now, what is required? Again, 2 of these. And how difficult is it to make? It's actually really easy to make because it only requires one saber tooth here. I have these at blue right now, and I didn't really try to make them. I kind of bought them. I bought the items for, I believe, the accessories at one point, which I don't believe to be that great. But so I bought it, and I ended up making the blue one of this. So it's not too difficult. Only 4 of this, and these 2 here are common drops. This being the rarity. So, but these are not too bad overall, even at blue. So I was actually at one point thinking which one to make, this one or the one from the winter set, and I chose the winter set item. But this one overall, great item, not too hard to make. I'm gonna say a solid 8, guys. So if you can get it, do make it. A nice boost in travel speed. It has an overall army defense boost, which is just great, and of course the cavalry attack and cavalry max HP. So great item overall. Now the next item here, we have the main hand, and that's the Ripper Claw. Again, no wasted stats, but overall it only gives you cavalry attack and cavalry defense, which is great, but there are better main hands out there, so it's not the most amazing item, but I wouldn't say it's worst either. And the reason for that is because it doesn't require too much at all. It only requires one of these here, meaning that if you buy the pack, you're guaranteed potentially even getting it to purple by spending $25. So if you really like the this movement speed boost that it gives, because of course, because it gives movement speed, it doesn't give you another stat, because this game kind of believes everything to be as worth as anything else. So like for example, they give you good siege stats, like we give a crap. So let's rate this item out of 10. How easy it is to get, we're gonna give it a solid 8 as well. This it's not. I'm gonna give it a 7.5. I'm closer to 7 actually. It's a really easy item to make. It's got good stats for cavalry, so if you like cavalry, then get this item. It's not too bad. Now moving on to the last two, we have the ivory choker. Now this item I believe to be shit. It is. I made this item to purple. I don't know why. I must have had a seizure during the process, but it only gives you cavalry attack plus 8% at legendary. That is bad, and only 8% travel speed. That is not even doesn't even compare to these other items here. The only reason why this item was not the worst item ever, because cavalry attack 8% is not the biggest thing at all. It's because it actually doesn't require any rare items. This is like the item in this set that you can just fight the monsters, pick up, and it'll work. It's easy to make. It only requires two of this, and one of that. And as you can see here, I made one already, and I'm already able to make another one to purple. So, well, nearly. So, the only thing that annoys me about this is the trap attack and trap defense. Those items for an attack set, I mean, for defense set maybe if you're really into traps, but to be honest, I don't really focus too much on my wall, because I just feel like I attack more people much more than I defend. So I usually just hide my troops if somebody thinks that he can fight me and kill me. So this item overall, not the best, guys, not the best. We're gonna give it a nice little 6, because it's not the worst item out there. It does have some good stats here, and it's really easy to make. How easy to make is what gives it some sort of appeal. So there's players out there that are like 20 million. If they get this item, it's probably one of the best accessories they can make without spending money. So each to their own. Depends on your wallet. So and now finally, guys, the last item of this set, we have the beast helmet, the beast helm. Again, no wasted stats. Really good travel speed boost. That could work really well with a lot of cavalry, whatever. So you can just send in only cavalry and let it with this set, and have them run at lightning speed. Just make them run around like Flash. So let's see. So infantry attack, great, 30%. That is really good. Cavalry. Wait, is it infantry or second? Anyway, so cavalry attack as well, 25%. Those are both great. So that is good. And then army max HP. It's wonderful that this item rounds itself up with this army max HP, because that just makes it so much better, because it's not just like for one troop type or two. It's actually applying to the whole army, which is just great. So it is a good helmet. Now let's look at what it needs. The issue with this item, guys, the biggest issue, and you can already tell, guys, if you looked at any of my other review videos, it's the items needed, guys. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like 10, 16, 17. It's a great item, guys. If you can afford it, go ahead. I mean, if you're gonna make something, it's not the worst item to make. But I'm looking at more like mid-tier players. Players that are sitting right now at 25 million to maybe 60 million. And what's the likelihood of them being able to afford this item here? And of course, I mean, even at blue, which is not the hardest thing to make, it's not the worst item. It's not the worst item out there, but I think there are better helmets out there. But it is a good item overall. So if you can get it, do get it. But because of its requirements, we're gonna bring it down to a nice little 7. Doesn't mean it's bad. Doesn't mean it's great. Overall, statistically, it's a great helmet. Like again, if you can afford it, guys, if you can afford it, if you can spend the money to get this item, I would say do it. It's not the worst. I mean, there's probably a better helmet out there. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's up to you. But I think it is good. It's a great item. So if you can make it, if you can get enough materials, then do it. But chances are you're gonna have to spend like $2,000 at least, like $2,000 or whatever, so to even get this item to I don't even know if you're gonna be able to get it to legendary with 2000. So that's the reason I feel a bit edgy on it. So again, 7. So let's think about the best item in this set. And I think, in my opinion, the best item in this set is going to be the armor. This here. Or it goes between the armor and the untamed boots. The untamed boots require more. So, you know, it's that. But overall, they're pretty similar in stats that they give. Just one requires one less. So I'm going to give the star item to this one. It only requires one of these instead of, for example, 6 here. It requires only 4. I mean, requires 4, and this one requires 3. But you know, you're gonna find it easier to make the chest than you are going to make the boots. So overall, the best item in this set is going to be the predator armor. So hopefully, guys, that gives you an idea on this set, if you know if it's worth it or not, and which items are good. Uh, Hopefully I made it clear which items are not the best, but this set overall, I wouldn't say it's a great set. You know, it's a great set. This item here, despite not being the best, for some players it might work out, you know, with trap accounts and stuff. So although that's mostly troop related, so you know, it is good, guys. So if you can spend the money on some of these items, feel free to do it. You're not gonna cry about it. So and it gives great stats for some of the best troop types out there. So that's cavalry, in my opinion. So that's basically it, guys. And before I go, I wanted to mention something. If there's anything, guys, that you want me to cover, if there's any type of video that you want me to make more of, you know, maybe you enjoyed me covering KVK, so maybe you want me to do it for longer. If you enjoyed, you know, me just randomly fighting, do let me know, because that, you know, means that I know exactly what to make, what you guys want, rather than having to always think, you know, what I want to make. So yeah, and for now, I'm kind of using these set reviews as kind of like fillers. You know, for anyone that you know is looking into it is great, but you know, for now I kind of don't want to leave too many days blank without content. So you guys have something to watch if you do subscribe and feel like, you know, I'm somebody who's worth putting your time into, and that's great. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna round it off there. Again, sorry if I sounded weird. I haven't really, I haven't slept, so I was about to say I haven't really slept. I haven't slept, so I'm gonna probably go make a coffee now, and maybe do something productive. Alright, guys, heavy wind outside. Ooh. Alright, guys, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.